What's up? We're live. All right, guys, we're back. Event one of the teams just ended. So officially early. Day one of the CrossFit Games is over. So what did we have? We had CrossFit Oslo beats good old Mayhem Freedom in a somewhat of a shocker. Most people expected Reykjavik to be the big push for Rich and the boys and girls. Um, but turns out actually that it's the old second place from last year, Oslo. They've been kind of quietly just training in the background while Reykjavik is doing their TikToks and Mayhem doing all their YouTube streams. Um, but there they were, first place. Maybe they don't want to be second place again this year. So this should be interesting for how to see how Mayhem comes back. And Mayhem Independence, if you look on the screen there, we got third place for the Independence team. So um, not even a second. That's crazy. 0.06 seconds back. That is absolutely insane. Doesn't get any closer than that. Uh, you got CrossFit Porty, Invictus, and then Reykjavik all the way down in sixth place. So little drama on the Reykjavik side. Lauren Fisher, I guess, has a shoulder injury of some sort where they almost brought in Katrin, David's daughter, to be the alternate. So I guess she must be their alternate maybe, or um, because she didn't make the games herself, so they must have put her on as an alternate. Not sure when you have to report those things, but they barely made registration yesterday or today, whenever it was, trying to figure out who was actually going to show up. So I'm not sure if your alternate can jump in at any time. So maybe Lauren said this workout was okay for her, but maybe we see Katrin later. I'm not sure if the team you field day one is a team that has to go on. I do know if you take somebody out, they can't come back. So maybe they're holding the alternate chant for later. One weird thing on the leaderboard here, actually I'll hit a refresh just to make sure before I say it. I wanted to see how Mayhem's third team did. And, oh, okay, now they got them in. They didn't have their scores in earlier. It all said 0, which they went earlier in the day. So they got last place. That's crazy. So I'm not sure if something happened there. 38-44. So not expected that Justice would come in that low. CrossFit Milford, for anybody from the old Connecticut area, they actually almost beat Mayhem back 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. Uh, I think they lost by like 5 points to Mayhem back in the day. So obviously a different team for them. But they're right there in 28th, so not a very good place right now. Who else we got that was maybe taking a back seat? Invictus always in the hunt. There you go, guys. So Oslo pulling out the win by a pretty hefty 12 seconds there. Not really in a 25-minute workout, but uh, Mayhem never really was in the lead in the entire workout, so uh, unexpected. But we'll see if that lights a little fire under good old Richie Boy's ass. So the other things we got here. So we talked about Lauren Fisher, possible shoulder injury that could definitely. I mean, if she has a shoulder injury, it's definitely going to come into play. That'll take them out of winning this thing. I don't believe you could be injured and win the CrossFit Games, even on a team. Emily Rolfe supposedly rushed to emergency surgery, so hopefully she's okay. Uh, let's see, and like I believe, I'm not sure if she's withdrawn yet or if it doesn't, that takes place after she doesn't show up to an event. Yeah, she's still there in 14th place. So hopefully she's okay. But a lot of people expected her to maybe not win the first event, but come in very good, very high up because she is a what do you call it, triathlete and whatnot. So hopefully, hopefully she's all right. Let's see if there are any withdrawals on here. No, okay. And it looks like the leaderboards have straightened out as far as the penalties and whatnot. So these should be the finals for, whoops, wrong group. Should be the finals for event one. So Ricky Garrard did win, so that's awesome. And Yanni Koski is second, Madero's third, Adler, Panchek. So Spencer Panchek in fifth. That's pretty damn good. Lazar right there in 10th, even with the penalty. And Saxon, who I believe is the other penalty, is 13th. So we'll see how that plays out in the grand scheme of things, whether that hurts them. I think it definitely, I mean, obviously it hurts them. They should have come in front of Maderos and Adler and all those guys. So definitely cost them a whole bunch of places. I don't see those other guys ever catching them. They're only, let's see here, going into the last lap, they're only about 20 seconds at most behind, what's his name, Koski. And seeing that, what's his name, past Koski, Ricky, actually past Koski, who knows how many people, who knows if those guys could have taken him too and actually possibly won the event. So kind of crazy to think about. Let's see. They announced the next couple events for the rest of day. What was that? Let's see. Day one. So here's the. Let's see. Day one's. Here's the scheduled for tomorrow. So now this takes away their rest day. So those guys that don't recover very well, or if that, or could have helped them with an extra day's rest, which is probably everybody, but some of them just don't need it. Some of them like going hard every day, like uh, Mayhem athletes. Those guys probably train every day. I'm sure their rest day is all active rest, and most of them probably would be. But you have we're not sure what time event and two or three for any of them will be, but at least event three and event four, we have some set times there, 4:30. So they're going to probably try to push them in with. Unfortunately, the worst part about this whole thing, the people that it really hurts having these guys going on the rest day, is that the teens and the well, I guess we call them the age groups, all those guys, they kind of get overshadowed by these on their first day where that should have been their day to kind of shine. So takes a little bit away from them, which we definitely don't like. They've already been cut down to 10 people and all that, which obviously if you've listened to any of my other stuff, that pisses me right off. Um, but anyway, here's individual event three. We got the skill speed medley. We were talking about this in the last one. So we got 3 rounds of races. So this is an elimination event. So round one, the quarterfinal round, we've got the guys are gonna do 3 pegboard ascents, ladies 2, 75 unbroken single unders. So I didn't catch that in the breakdown until I started reading this. 75 single under. So interesting. A lot of people, I've seen people at events, and it's not going to happen with these guys, but I've seen people at local events that they have to do single unders and they just can't because they're so used to double unders. The thing that may be interesting is it's 75 unbroken single unders. How often do these guys try to do big numbers of single unders and care if they're unbroken or not? Like I know I do them for warm-ups and stuff, but do I do 75 in a row? I don't know. Do these guys? Who the hell knows? We're going to find out though. Then you've got the unbroken single leg squats. They don't have to be like in a pistol form where they're actually holding out their leg. So yeah, was my this thing frozen up? What the hell? Oh, there we go. I don't know. Hopefully it's working. Let me check this out. Am I frozen is the big question. Looks like I'm not frozen now. Anyway, okay, hopefully that was all going through. Uh, 10 unbroken on one side, 10 unbroken on the other side. Not a big number. I don't think anybody's gonna have real trouble with that. But if you have one little slip up, or let's say your judge just doesn't like it, that's no longer unbroken. So you got to watch those the good old no reps, right? So if Andrew Hiller's out there, you're in trouble. Danny Spiegel probably going to be in a lot of trouble on this workout actually, because any no rep is a break. So that's kind of that hidden. Yeah, you could do 10 in a row super quick. Can you do 10 good ones in a row? So hopefully, I guess as long as you don't put your foot down, you still are technically unbroken, even though the rep didn't count. So hopefully you can keep going until you do get 10 good ones. Uh, I'd rather, if it's a no rep, you have to start over. That would be great. That would kind of teach them all a little lesson. Not that these guys do bad reps at the games, but we obviously saw a whole lot of horrible no reps coming into the through all the other stages. Then you got semifinal round, so they up it. Now it is 2 strict pegboard ascents. So 2 for the guys, 1 for the ladies. Obviously upper body strength, a little different. 50 unbroken double unders. That's going to be the easiest part of this entire workout. Again, 10 unbroken pistols on the left and then the right. Again, watch those no reps. The handstand walk course. Now, the first one, I doubt they'll have any trouble with, but the second one could be because you have a pirouette to start, and it showed the guy doing like a 360. I don't know if it showed him doing 1 or 2, but pirouette start, that's definitely new. That's going to be pretty cool. I like the upping in skills. Could get a little disoriented too doing a circle. Then you have the final round. So this, I'm not sure if they're going to cut the field in half twice. Probably that's what it would seem. Cut down to 20, then cut down to 10. That would make the most sense. Damn, freaking camera's tripping on me. All right, then the final round. 1 strict pegboard ascent. So strict means, if I say, that is no legs. Your legs are just hanging. So all upper body. Okay, all upper body. 25 doubles with a crossover. So I'm not sure how many crossovers that they're going to be hitting there, but that'll be pretty cool. Definitely. I don't know anybody that's practicing those in day to day, and they have to be unbroken. So 10 pistols, 10 pistols. Again, not a big deal there, but maybe your legs are getting a little fatigued. And then the handstand walk with a low start. So they're probably sitting on their butt. They got to do the pirouette to, I don't know if they have to do the pirouette there. Oh, I believe it was on the parallel bars. You got to pull yourself up and start off the parallel bars. All right, let's see. Then you've got next event. Event 4, elevated Elizabeth. So they added a little bit of reps here. So it's usually 21, 15, 9, right? This one, 21, 15, 9, 9, 9. Squat cleans, dips with the parallel bar traverse. Oh, this is where the parallel bar was. So you have to do the hand, kind of like I did in the P-bar test. If you watched, it's in the description of the last video we did. Dips with the parallel bar traverse. So you got to walk to the end of the parallel bars to do your dips. So this, I believe, is to penalize you if you break. So let's say of the 21, they're all going to do 21, but let's say you broke at 19. You can't just get back up and do your last couple. You got to start at the beginning of the dip bar or the parallel bars again, walk it out, and then finish them up. So this is definitely a little bit extra fatigue. It's hard to hold yourself up. So we'll see how that works out for these guys. Let's see. Nothing new with the squat cleans, normal weights. Okay. All right, and then we've got those I'll be interested. Whoever's best at obviously this is all gymnastic type movements, and then you've got this is the team event, pegs and P bars. So you've got all those same things. First, you're starting with the worm burpees synchro. So synchro probably at the bottom of the burpee. Nothing they haven't done before. Parallel bar dips, athlete 1, and then 3 for the guys, 2 for the ladies. Pegboard ascents for athlete number 4. So you're gonna be mixing and matching with this. So that'll be interesting to see the way how well people do after. Let's see. athlete 4 doing 3 pegboard ascents to start this thing. It would be pretty tough. Burpees again, parallel bar dips for athlete 2. And it looks like all the athletes are doing everything. So yeah, the order is going to be key. So hopefully these guys really got to know themselves to get this done efficiently. So it's really going to be those guys that, well, I think Mayhem, any of the Mayhem athletes have a huge, well, the Mayhem athletes that work out together year round have a huge, what do you call it, advantage on this one because they just know each other so well, and having Rich and whatnot, and just the best coaches that are gonna be like, hey, this is the order, our best order to do this. So, and now they have a full day. They have a full day to figure this out, where it actually kind of takes away any advantage that most people will have, because now they get to try this out versus if they announced this today and they had to do it today, they don't have a couple hours to figure this out, which would completely change the whole dynamic of this workout. So that's going to be the interesting part, how they set this up in order. But having the extra day actually helps everybody out. So not the best, not the best scenario for Mayhem. So we'll see how that turns out. Let's see other things we'll talk about on this. This this situation in event 1 was interesting. Uh, whether some people are saying judges flagged them to come in on their 4th lap. Others are saying that's bullshit, that they should have known where they're at. Um, it really doesn't matter. They should know where they're at, I think. But and it seems like their penalizations probably fit the bill. So I don't have a problem with the scoring. I do have a problem with the thing I mentioned in the last broadcast. The thing that kills the CrossFit games every year, and it's not weather. Like, this is the first time I think they've ever had like a real serious rain delay. It's the camera work. The camera work is so shitty. I went back to watch the men to kind of try to figure out who was coming in wrong, and it was pretty obvious it was only the 2 first guys, and that Gerard actually passed Koski in the right at the finish line. As Koski kind of puts his bike down, he keeps looking over, and he's looking at Gerard, and while he's riding, he's looking back, clearly looking back at someone, but they never show anybody. We saw Haley Adams almost the entire time, and the worst part is it's Haley Adams' head, chest, and maybe her handlebars. You can't like zoom away so we could see the whole athlete. Like, they're on a bike. I want to see how they're pedaling. I want to see all that stuff. I also want to see who's behind them, even a breakaway shot, how far the gap is. Maybe be like, get some. I don't know. I think this is what year, shit, since 2007. At this point, they should be up to speed with, like, okay, you've got a drone shot. You mark the guy in the lead, and then you mark, you get like what's his name, Madden, with the boom, pow, bam, get the screen, the writing on the screen, so that we know what the hell's going on. Especially at the end there, you've got Koski in the mix with the guys that were a full lap behind him. And then where the hell is Gerard? We don't even know. And they didn't even bother trying to show anyone once Koski was far enough ahead of Panchek and Lazar. And it's like, we have no idea where they were. I saw little flashes of them in the background making a corner right before they cut off of the corner. Um, and it would have been nice to see that race. In the beginning, coming off of the toes to bar, they've got the camera on, I'm not sure they had, I think they had it on like Medeiros and whatnot. But, oh no, they had it on Lazar and Ricky. But they didn't have it on the guy that beat everybody at the toes to bar by a lot, and that was Noah Olson. So, same thing with the ladies, like, you just don't see the field. It's like, oh, here's Tia, and here's the leader. Like that's all they ever show to ladies. And this is every single year. And it's like how many years do we have to complain about the camera work? Um, Through the semifinals and whatnot, the announcers were complaining about the camera work that we don't even see the winners sometime. So they really need to start fixing this. The guys, it seemed they showed a bigger pan out of the guys on their bikes. It wasn't so much in the face as it was with the ladies. So I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully they do something about this, but I doubt they do. They never do. It's like I said, this is year 15 of the CrossFit Games, and their camera work is still crap. So they need somebody better. Hire somebody from ESPN or there's got to be tons of people that do broadcasts and know how to run a truck. The other thing is once Lazar and Panchik once they went into the stadium because they all they had it on was Koski. Now Lazar and Panchik go into the stadium. Now they've got a split screen on them the whole time until like the end of the race, and it's like, why couldn't you use that split screen to figure out where the fuck somebody else was so we could actually see the actual race at that point instead of watching um, Lazar and Panchik rolling around on the ground and whatnot? It's like, and that's always the case. Like uh, one person finishes, and instead of going like they showed Haley most of the time after she finished, and it's like there's so many other people that you could be watching. It's like she finished, cool. Show her for the first 10 seconds. Get off of her. Start watching more than one person. And then we would actually know, we would have known what actually happened instead of having to wonder, now it's 11 o'clock here. So, but we wondered for hours of what the hell happened with this men's bike. And it's like, you didn't show anybody. Uh, One of the people they kept everybody keeps talking about, and they were talking about during broadcast how well Mal O'Brien did on this bike. You didn't see her till the end, like literally at the finish line. And it's like, uh, let's try to be, let's try to move it around. And I don't know, when people are talking about people, show those people. Now it's just frustrating, and it's one of the worst part of the CrossFit Games. So, but beyond that, event one was I liked the event. It was pretty cool. And I don't know. I look forward to these gymnastics events that we got coming up now tomorrow. But definitely try to watch some of the teens and masters age groups because they deserve it, and now they kind of lose out on that because of this rain delay. Hopefully, the rain delay doesn't uh, continue tomorrow and change the event because I'd like to see that the jerk, the 300-pound jerk for the guys, 200-pound jerk for the ladies with the shuttle runs. I'd like to see that work out how it was. I'd like to see all the workouts how they're intended. Because if you change anything, you change everything, right? So somebody was saying, oh, let's change the 300-pound jerk to a deadlift because that's safe and it's kind of, high weight, whatever. But I guess Bosman had already announced that it would be a strict press if they had to change it. But what are they going to do? A 200-pound strict press for the guys and a 170 or 150 for the ladies? Um, can they do that? I know there's guys at the CrossFit Games that they can't press 175. I know 2 years ago, Medeiros, when they did the mute. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, my headset was connected to my phone too, and I just got a call. Hope it wasn't important. So I was saying I don't remember what I'm saying now, but oh yeah, Medeiros. They did the CrossFit total during the COVID games, and I believe his max was 175 pounds, I think, and I'm pretty sure he was the lowest, but that's out of five people. Now you've got 40, so there's gonna be a whole bunch of them that wouldn't be able to do very much with a strict press unless you did a super lightweight, like shit, I can't even see. I mean, 175 is so light that that'd be kind of crappy if they gave somebody that's got a two. There's got to be some guys out there with like a 240 strict press. If they're doing 175, they're just going to be that's not the same as a jerk. They're just be banging those out. But hopefully the rain delay doesn't screw that up too, and that it's just going to change that they don't have a rest day. That's best case scenario. So hopefully we'll get back to you tomorrow. We'll be back on, and don't forget, guys, please subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell for notifications, and t-shirts, although this one not available. Our other t-shirts, the affiliate and whatnot, available at Train.Recover.Repeat.com. Follow us on IG, 20 Minutes of Fitness, as well as Train, Recover, Repeat. And hopefully we're back tomorrow. All right, guys. Peace.